Hello students, today we will study poem A Thing of Beauty by John Keats. The background of this poem is based on a Greek mythology about a shepherd named Endymion, and Endymion falls in love with the goddess of moon. A thing of beauty is a joy forever, its loveliness increases. It will never passed into nothingness, but will keep a bower, quiet for us and a sleep, full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing. Here poet says that beauty stays forever, it never fades away. Rather, it increases with the passage of time. For the poet, beauty is like a beautiful shady tree under whose shades all the creatures can sleep peacefully and enjoy good health. Again he says, therefore on every morrow are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth, spite of despondence, of the inhuman earth, of noble natures, of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and over-darkened ways, made for our searching. Yes, in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirit. Again he says, that every day it is the beauty which fills us with the spirit to live further. It is the beauty which builds the desire in us to live, though there are sad moments and cruel people around us. So here he wants to say that without beauty, earth will be full of cruel people, sad and gloomy moments. It is the beauty which help us to remove the sadness from our hearts. Such the sun, the moon, trees old and young, sprouting as shady bones for simple ships, and such are daffodils with the green world they live in, and clear rills that for themselves a cooling coverd make against the hot season the mid-forest break. Here he describes the beautiful things which are present on earth. These are sun, moon, trees, flower, daffodils and the river. Here he says that all these things are like a blessing. He further describes that tree provide us with their shades, flower with their beauty and river with their coolness during hot summer season. So all of these are the beauties of nature which are like a boon for us. Again he says, rich with sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms and such too is a grandeur of the dome. We have imagined for the mighty dead, or lovely tales that we have heard or read, and an endless fountain of immortal drink pouring unto us from the heavens brim. The poet further carries on with the descriptions of more beautiful things present on earth, such as beautiful musk rose, which have such a nice fragrance. Then he describes the tales of the mighty warriors who led their lives for their countries or for humanity. He says that these beautiful things are the gift from God. They are like a nectar given by God to us, and these are those beauties which are immortal and give us a reason to live further on this earth despite having so many sorrows in our life. Here he used some literary figures. First one is alliterations. Here he used alliterations as sound is repeated here. Again he used metaphor. Immortal drinks is example of metaphor. Again he used imagery. Here he used buses full of musk roses, which is example of imagery. Now we have some new words.